There are currently two governments in this country. One has the Constitution, elections, and three branches of government. The other one is invisible, but has the loyalty, the leverage, and all the plans. Let me explain. I've argued for a long time that our party system is essentially a fourth branch of government that's completely unconstitutional. Not that political parties are unconstitutional, but the way that they operate. Congress as a whole doesn't get to choose committee assignments or even which bills get to the floor. The parties do, outside of public view. This is the system that Trump used to install our new government. There are reasons that Trump and his cabinet, of which almost half are acting and haven't been confirmed by the Senate, spew absolute nonsense every time they're asked a question. The first is a smokescreen to hide this other government. And the second is to render our actual government useless. They've gutted every federal agency except for the ones with the guns. For those, they've moved in the loyal and ballooned their budgets. All while he moves his Mar-a-Lago-based government into power. That's where all the decisions are actually being made, and we're all blind to it. The cabinet gaslights Democrats and many Republicans who are just too dumb while they draft their plans behind the scenes. And they've spent years preparing for it. Even drafted their own constitution called Project 2025. Now, the truth of the matter is that this has always been the case to some extent. But Trump is something that very few politicians have the guts to deal with or even familiar with. He lifted the veil. Or I should say he caused the veil to be lifted. He obviously isn't bragging about things like his best buddy Epstein. There is a very dark world that operates behind the scenes, always has. Maybe because it's been in movies so much it doesn't seem real, but it's very real. The mafia helped us win World War II, for God's sake. Trump is from this world and brought it into our government, trying to move us back to the law of the jungle where the rich and powerful reign supreme. But the process isn't done yet, although it's getting pretty close. Every day, the Mar-a-Lago government takes more and more power. That's why it's not something that we can just wait out. Another general is fired, the press is pushed out of the Pentagon, or the Supreme Court and Congress have handed over another power to Trump. The leaders of the Democratic Party are just not capable of dealing with something like this. You think these people would be able to stand firm in the face of threats from oligarchs and crime bosses? Of course not. But Trump was built in this world. It's why he's been able to grab so much control of the party. Thomas Massie has character and is tough, but those people are few and far between. He may have been the last Republican. These primaries are starting to give me a little bit of hope, though. You all know that I don't really, or at least I'm not really focused on a Democrat majority in November because it really doesn't help. But we are electing some real fighters right now that aren't afraid of that dark world. You just can't defeat it with politics. You can only do it with character and resolve.